He's just won the Wimbledon once again this year for the sixth time. But that's not why I have been getting forwards on Djokovic. Every Grand Slam win of his, and you will see this huge surge of mentions on social media of how an athlete could perform at such incredible levels of fitness by eating only a plant-based diet. My clients want to know, where's that protein in his diet? That great building block that you always seem to be talking about to us. Where does the stamina come from? You always tell us that animal foods are a great source of protein and that plant-based vegetarian foods are suboptimal. Yes, it's true that where possible and needed, I do recommend non-vegetarian or animal protein sources. Now, it's not that plants can't give us protein, but it's so much harder to get the complete protein profile called amino acids from plants. The amount of meal planning that you need to do is much, much more, but you can do it. Eat 2 boiled eggs and you're done, not just for proteins, but for fats and carbohydrates as a meal. Not so with idlis and chutney. If you read his book, Serve to Win, you would have read what Djokovic eats every single day and how strict and disciplined he is about each morsel that he puts into his mouth. I know you may not be an athlete, so you don't need to be as particular about eating like Djokovic. But do note, proteins are the bedrock of good health. From building your antibodies so you can fight infections, to creating every red blood cell, your body needs so much of protein. So why is it that Djokovic is able to get protein from his plant-based diet, but you and I struggle? His meals are carefully planned with no cheat days and no deviations. Yes, he avoids red meat, but he's not vegan. He's plant-based in his approach. He gets his protein from eggs, from salmon, from fish, from a protein shake that he has after his workouts, which are usually rice or pea-based. He eats he eats tempeh, sorry. He mixes algae into his smoothie every morning. Algae is a plant that grows underwater and is super rich in protein. It's what spirulina is. And don't be fooled. Djoko, like all athletes, supplements his diet with vitamins and minerals like zinc, calcium, electrolytes, vitamin B12, and so on. You need to do it too, and it's got nothing to do with being an athlete. It's what every human body needs, irrespective of activity status. Even if you're someone who's sedentary or you stay largely at home, you need these vitamins and minerals. And just because he does not have meat, stays off gluten and dairy, does not mean Djoko eats gluten-free or pasta or pizza as his main meal. Even if these are gluten-free, pasta and pizza and rice are carb-heavy. His lunches and dinners are loaded with vegetables, soups, salads. He has an avocado as an evening snack when hungry, not sukha bhel. He eats wild brown rice, not fragrant basmati or white rice, which most of us prefer. My bigger issue with an Indian diet is that as vegetarians, not only do we undereat on protein, but we end up super high on carbohydrates. You've heard me say this several times before, and especially if you've watched many of my videos, that carbs convert to sugar in the body, and sugar is a villain. It's the cause of so many modern day illnesses, whether it's diabetes, high BP, cholesterol, you name it, sugar or carbs are behind it. It's not easy eating protein-rich foods when you're a vegetarian. It's not impossible either. But dal, chana, rajma, which is the most common vegetarian proteins most of us resort to, are 70% carbs and only 30% protein. So to get you full of protein as a plant eater, you need to introduce paneer, chia seeds, hemp seeds, spirulina, quinoa, rajgira, millets, a variety of dals, not just tur, into your diet. And it can't be kabhi khaya, kabhi nahi. Like I've had so many of my clients in their first call with me say, of course we eat proteins. हमारे घर में हफ्ते में 1-2 बार जरूर sprouts बनता है. That 1-2 बार or once or twice a week is not enough. You need to eat protein every day and in every meal. Plan well, and you can be Djokovic or Serena, ready to serve your next ace in life.